The FAO predicts that food demand is, which is a fairly conservative organisation, predicts that food demand is set to rise by 70% by 2050. David Tillman, a well-known scientist in Minnesota, has done an excellent study recently showing that food demand is almost certainly set to double by 2050. And that's interesting because agriculture and agricultural production currently uses about 70 to 80% of all available fresh water on Earth. And if we're to double agriculture, one wonders how we're going to do that without doubling irrigation, our use of water for irrigation, and especially the use of groundwater. And now that isn't particularly a big problem yet in the United States, although it's increasingly a problem in the high plains, but it's a dreadful problem in China, India, northern India, Pakistan already, and will be in parts of sub-Saharan Africa during this century. The other problem about doubling agriculture is that agricultural production accounts for somewhere, depending upon your country, but somewhere between 8 and about 60% of all human-produced greenhouse gases, predominantly methane and carbon dioxide. In the US, it's probably less than 8%. In other parts of the world, it's over 60%. But globally, given the fact that CO2 and methane don't stay in one place, agriculture accounts for about, might be a bit less, but about 30% of all human anthropogenic greenhouse gases. If we were to double agriculture, it's not yet clear whether we could do so, agricultural production, it's not yet clear whether we could do so without doubling greenhouse gases. In fact, there's currently no way of being able to avoid that. Doubling greenhouse gases produced by agriculture would be absolutely calamitous for us. And interestingly, if we were to do that, it would inevitably lead to accelerating climate change, because we cannot, although climate change doesn't seem to have occurred for many people, although you've ought to try visiting the Arctic over the last decade, or at least global average temperatures, we cannot escape the basic facts of physics that if you increase CO2 in the atmosphere, it will at some point increase temperature. A fact that John Tyndall established in the 1850s, but there seem to be many people, particularly in this country, who want to deny that basic fact of science.